Speaking of basketball, Team USA lose to Australia in their second exhibition game in a row. And a lot of people, even though they don't, on social media, even though they don't really know what they're talking about, like, let's be honest, they don't really know what they're talking about. They just see the final score, and they're like, this team sucks.
Yeah, like, I didn't watch any of the game.
I'm not going to act like I watched any part of the game, because I didn't.
I did watch the end of the game.
I did not watch the game.
Okay.
So I'm not going to give you some crazy analysis on it, but at the same time, it's like, talent-wise, the U.S. men's national team for basketball is the best team in the world. And you know, is it shocking to lose to Nigeria and Australia? Of course it is. But Australia and Nigeria do have NBA talent quality players.
I would say they are
roster.
on the upper echelon of international teams. Now we are getting to the point where the NBA is getting more international.
True.
So you're going to have like
Luka and Slovenia.
Slovenia has never been good before, but they're going to be good now. At least
Jokic isn't playing with Serbia. You know, there's a bunch of good solid.
And they actually play together a lot. They have chemistry, and there's a difference. FIBA basketball is so much different than the NBA. Like, the thing about the Team
rules.
USA is we have all NBA players, people that are all used to the NBA. So you got a different ball and different rules. Like, we saw people take you can actually if the ball's not in the basket and it's on the cylinder, you can take it off the cylinder. You can do that in FIBA. And a lot of NBA players have been looking for fouls, but they don't call any fouls.
They're not going to call these ticky-tacky fouls in FIBA in an international competition because the NBA has become watered down to the point where you have stars trying to get calls at other... Like, it's like, you know, Dame does it, Steph does it, Booker does it, Harden was the leader of it for a while, but it's like unorthodox shoot. Trae Young is notorious at it. It's just like, why would you not just take the jumper? I don't know. It's annoying when you're on the other team. Like, we're Blazer fans. When Dame does it, it's like, yeah, we get free throws. But, you know, in the grand scheme,
I think it's bad for the game.
It's bad for the game. And the refs don't help either. Even these, like, ejections in the NBA are so soft. They're so soft.
Like, I watched the FIBA game, the USA versus Australia game, for the last 2 minutes. And they went back and forth for 2 possessions. And in the NBA, all 4 possessions would have been 4 fouls. But there were no fouls called. And some of them actually were fouls. Like, even for Australia, like Matisse Thybulle was driving to the basket, and he got absolutely hacked and no call. But that's just something they're going to have to get used to. But that is why we do scrimmages. And we have one more tonight, as we're recording this Tuesday, against Argentina, who notoriously beat us for the gold medal in 2004.
Manu.
And they still... You want to know who they still have on their team?
Well, can I guess?
Sure. It's one of the NBA players that... He doesn't even play in the NBA anymore.
Luis Scola. He's 50. And he put up 25 in the last game they played. That's insane.
Like...
I didn't know that. That's actually crazy.
But at this point,
piece.
this is an absolute must-win game for the Team USA. You cannot go 3 losses going into the Olympics.
You can't. And the other thing is Greg Popovich is getting a little short in his press conference. I don't know if you saw it.
I think
but he kind of got upset. I don't know.
Sure. I saw the reason he should be mad. He was like, we don't always blow out these teams, but in reality, you at least always beat them. So I didn't think he needed to be that aggressive with the response to the question asked.
I did see an interesting question on social media by a basketball page that's really known for its bad takes. So take this for what it's worth. But do you think if you substituted Russell Westbrook for Dame, or Russell Westbrook for Bradley Beal, it would be a better team?
Now I
or
look
for
at
Zach
that.
LaVine.
I look at that and I'm like, I see what they're trying to say. They're saying they need someone to facilitate, and that doesn't mean it has to be Russell Westbrook. But their idea is smart. Like, Dame doesn't have to go out there and be a scorer, but all these players on this team are used to being scorers. Tatum's a scorer, Beal scorer, Dame scorer, LaVine scorer. Everyone I name, except like Draymond Green, is a scorer.
If you're gonna make a team of NBA stars, if you're a star in the NBA, you're ball dominant. Like, I'm sorry, but the U.S.
It's not even
Olympic
having to be
team,
ball dominant.
Like, I kid you not. If the U.S. Olympic team took the Suns team, I think the Suns would beat these teams.
I do think it's two things. It's one, it's too much isolation ball, and just I look at the statistics, and we have so many less assists than any other team, at least in 2 games, or compared to the teams we've played. And we have no chemistry, and that's why.
Team chem's a big one.
So that'll grow, and I do think once we get to the Olympics, we will be just fine. Sure, we might play a couple of close games. Hell, we could lose a game in the pool play. But if that happens, that would actually be quite devastating. But I think one of these players, like, I really hope, like, Dame just was like, okay, I'll be the facilitator. I'll go out and average 12 assists a game. I don't have to be the scorer. Like, I think a lot of these guys, because it's their first time on the team, a lot of these guys, so they're trying to establish themselves with the team by scoring. And I just don't think that's the way you have to do it.
I agree.
It does beg the question, and it proves, like, KD, can he lead a team compared to LeBron?
If you're comparing it to LeBron, the answer is no.
Like, everyone's saying,
he cannot lead a team. LeBron will
always
be a better leader than KD.
I just, like, looked at that game and just brick after brick. Like, this ball just looks like it is not working for these guys.
Like the physical ball.
It's
funny.
It also
but they're NBA weird. Players. They should be able to adjust. I'm expecting a win tonight. And then they're off to Tokyo, I guess, after this game.
They might have a couple more, but I assume they're off to Tokyo.